Like almost every day, we are telling you something about our area's heroin epidemic, but today there's a solution. It's very limited, but as Jeff Hirsch shows us, it means new lives for 2 children.
It's another joyful day in probate court.
Beautiful because after 2 years as foster children, Landon and Mikayla were being adopted by their foster mom, Janet Siemer. But that's not all.
Both were born addicted to heroin.
You'd never know it now as Landon nearly took over today's hearing.
How you doing? He's pretty fast.
The active little boy who ended up sitting next to Judge Ralph Winkler
Hi, Mommy.
was in the hospital for 7 weeks after being born, withdrawing from heroin before Janet could take him home, where problems continued.
He had all the symptoms, the diarrhea, the vomiting, the irritability, sensitivity to light. So it was quite challenging the first 3 nights. He'd wake up in the middle of the night just screaming, and I would hold him and comfort him, and he'd fall back to sleep, and then he'd wake up again in 5 minutes. And the first night I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into?
What she did get into was having a sweet boy, and a few months later, Janet took in Mikayla, also a heroin baby, but in better shape at birth. The 2 children were not related and had been taken permanently from their drug-troubled families. The philosophy and goal of the court system and the foster care system is to ultimately return foster children to their birth parents. But the reality is, with the heroin epidemic, it just doesn't happen that often.
So I've been in this field for about 14 years, and this is something we've never seen before. In fact, we expected it to take a different turn years ago, almost a decline in foster care, but that is not where we're at. So the numbers continue to rise daily.
Janet Siemer, who is a nurse, says she adopted her foster children in part to fight the heroin epidemic in her own small way.
The reason I became a foster parent is partly because of that. I saw every day on a daily basis how heroin affects families, and I knew that there were children that were, in need of foster care, but also because I love children, and I thought, well, why not?
Why not indeed? Landon and Mikayla are now healthy and happy, so court is adjourned. Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News.
Social workers in Hamilton County say 475 children so far this year have been permanently taken from families, on track for an all-time record. There's no breakdown on how many are heroin related, but it's a lot. If you are interested in becoming a foster parent for any child, head to local12.com. We'll have some useful links there.